Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Charter Club. My name is Ade.
My name is David. All right, Ade. So what are we going to be talking about today?
Today, we're going to be talking about foreigner privilege.
Foreigner privilege.
Yeah, or what foreigners call the foreign card.
I see. Like a pass that they can have to show that they're a foreigner, so they give me a pass type of thing?
It's a little bit different. So in Korea, Korea being 95% Korean, they're very lenient in certain situations to non-Koreans. And we call that the foreigner card or like a foreigner privilege. So for example, if I'm at work, the Koreans are expected to stay back and do more work or leave when the boss leaves or whatnot. But for the foreigners, they tell us, oh, yo, you can go home. Like that.
So you've experienced that
Oh,
yourself?
yeah, for sure. I know a lot of people complain about, a lot of foreigners kind of complain about Korea sometimes, about the negatives, but there's also a lot of positives. It's back and forth, right? But this foreigner card really comes in handy sometimes. Some foreigners abuse it, but it really comes in handy.
They abuse it without even realizing it.
Exactly.
Right. When it comes to foreigner privileges, the only thing I can really think of is kind of like expanding on what you said about like getting off work early because you're a foreigner, you can just leave.
Right.
But like, let's say you got in trouble for doing something. Maybe you're late or whatever, but then you're trying to explain the situation with limited Korean, and then they're just like, okay.
Happens all the time.
Yeah. Because of the language proficiency.
Right.
Yeah.
It's many reasons. It's because the person doesn't want to use English because Koreans are sometimes terrified to speak English.
Right.
It's also just like they just let go. He's a foreigner. Just give him a pass. Who cares? They can go.
Yeah.
Like that, and it happens all the time. And another good thing. I'm not saying good thing, but another foreigner privilege thing is. I notice when I go to restaurants, like the staff sometimes can be more friendly.
I've seen that. I've seen that happening when I'm with you too. when we walk into like a restaurant to eat something, they're friendlier to Ade. And it's like first time seeing him too. Like we walked into the restaurant like not knowing this place at all.
Right.
But then the staff there will be like super friendly to Ade. And then if Ade makes a joke or two, like in Korean, like, oh, he gets so excited they give us service too. He gets a free drink. And I'm like what about me?
Right. So like I never like abuse this and I never expect, one thing about like, I never expect anything for free or anything like that. Right. But it's just really nice that people try to, be nice to you more. For sure, I appreciate that. But my friends, they always complain about that too. Like,
oh, really?
You're kind of cool with that, but jokingly complain.
Oh, sure.
Right?
Yeah, but what I notice about like people like Ade, for example, like I'll just use Ade as an example. Sure. So we get that free service, free drink, or whatever. Ade just doesn't take it as a free gift. He gives back.
Right.
So that's what I appreciate about what you're doing with this advantage, this order card. You actually give back to the staff. Like, hey, I'll buy you a drink as well.
Sure. Oh, yeah.
Give and take.
Right. Yeah. Think about when we go to the bars, right?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I always give back to the community.
That's good, yeah.
Right. But it's not just the bars. It's also sometimes like at my gym. All right. We have like this, the foreigner card or whatnot. Like, but I don't want people watching this video and thinking that people are just kind of fully taking advantage of it.
Okay.
Right? And we don't. Or I say I don't.
Right.
But like another example is sometimes I notice on the train, they have the seats for the older people.
Yeah.
And like, I'll be honest, like I did not know we were not supposed to sit there. Right? And when I first came to Korea, like I sat there, like no one didn't tell me anything. They were just happy that I was just sitting there. And now that I've been in Korea for so long, I never sit there. But the older people sitting in those seats, they always tell me to sit down.
Really?
Yeah, in the older people's seat. Like, have a seat, sit down. And I'm like, no, it's okay. But they never tell other Koreans to sit down in those seats. But they always ask me to sit down.
Because I'm ethnically Korean, so they think I'm born and raised here.
For sure. Right.
So they would never ask me that.
but for sure they ask me.
Cool.
Right. And like people just come up to me and start talking to me.
But you'll never do it.
No, I never.
No, it's for the.
I never sit on the subway at all, anyways.
Oh, really?
Even if there's seats.
Oh wow.
The seats are kind of small, man.
But like your commute to work is like an hour and a half.
No, it depends where I'm going for sure. But usually I just stand. It's easier. You see people running on the train for seats, man. It's like Hunger Games. I can't deal with the competition. I just want to stand peacefully.
It is.
I just want to.
You see a guy like he's been eyeing the seat for like maybe a half an hour,
right?
And then someone stands up, he'll be running.
Yeah, and like you get pushed, and then people will literally. I'm not gonna say fight you, but they're so serious about that edge seat.
Oh yeah.
Like they're so serious about it, and then like
you only get one side of your bum being touched,
and it's like a nunchi game,
yeah.
Right? So I just stand. I don't even want to deal with the Hunger Games situation, right? Yeah. But foreigner card in Korea is definitely a thing, especially with the like the language too. Like they don't expect you to even learn Korean or that much, and they're happy if you know a little bit of it. But I guess the expectations for foreigners, because you're a foreigner, is just so much lower,
right?
And they just give you a pass.
That's one thing. But then sometimes it could backfire.
There's definitely an opposite side.
So I would advise foreigners living in Korea for more than a year to learn the language.
For sure. Right.
Use your foreigner card if you want to, but definitely know the language. Otherwise, sometimes you can get in trouble with maybe some crazy people.
Right. I think we should make a part 2 about the negative side of the foreigner card.
Yeah, let's end it at this.
Yeah.
So if you like the video, you know what to do. Like and subscribe and leave us a comment. Ask us, what are the negatives?
What are the negatives?
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.